From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
Your truck is not a retirement plan.
Not at all. It can get you to retirement, but it's not the actual retirement plan. I mean, if you actually think that just by owning the truck, you're going to be set for life, man, you're in a world of hurt because you're actually set to be broke.
Yeah, and that sounds pretty messed up. I have to agree because to me it sounds like, come on, man, you just work hard. You kind of set it up really good. You have a truck now that's paid off.
Yeah.
And now you just do this nice lane, let's say Lakeland to Atlanta and back every week, and you can retire. But unfortunately, that's not gonna work.
No, because if you actually look at your operation, right, and then if you look at it at the big old holistic view of it, what's the biggest operating cost that you do have?
Fuel.
That's number one. What would you say is number two?
I would say depends between two things. Insurance is a big one, but not even it's not even scratching the surface. The next one I would say is fighting between the payment and repairs and maintenance.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The truck is no matter what going to have that wear and tear regardless. That's just inevitable.
Yes.
Right. So as that increases, that's the biggest portion of it because it's going to increase higher than what your payment used to be. So it's this. You're stuck against that hard wall, man. You're not going to overcome that.
And the biggest damage of that is unpredictability. Because at least the payment can be predictable. You have a $2,000 a month payment.
And then that's it. You call it a day.
And then usually the truck that has $2,000 payment, if you didn't get it from some very predatory lease purchase program, you probably have a pretty decent truck. The rest is just on you, how you're going to maintain it and everything else.
A lot of this too is like the prices of trucks, man, it's going to drop like a rock. Like that's the problem with this also because like sometimes, it's been your baby, it's been around you for a long time. You think it's worth something and then all of a sudden nobody wants to pay you what you actually think this bad boy's worth.
You know what? I think there is also a price cap somewhere because I know for a fact that there is some trucks, let's say, we can only age to a certain level. So let's say your truck will never be worth less than $5,000.
Because of scrap, right?
Because of parts and everything else. So and again, it can be a liability because if you decide to let that truck go when it's broken down on the side of the road with a load hooked up to you and the police is calling the towing, you're losing that truck altogether, probably also generating some sort of bill that you're going to have to pay eventually. If you make that decision proactively, you take it to your favorite mechanic and you're like, look, man, I'm tired of this scrap metal. Do you need it? You probably can get a $5,000 for a truck that you push into his lot.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's the name of the game here. I think is the plan. You gotta keep rolling with the consistency and the assurance that things are gonna go wrong. It's never gonna be 100%. But now you're pushing a truck with 350,000 miles. It's got a warranty on it. Not that that gonna make not necessarily that's gonna fix everything, but it's something. You live to see that next day. You're moving as opposed to, you got that 1990 overhaul, but just because you got papers on it, $1.8 million. I don't know. It's a tough call, man.
I think for the most part, look, any truck under 750,000 miles is a good working truck, unless it's been neglected.
Right.
Period. The payment, that's just part of business. I've heard this one, quote once that running a business and any kind of business, trucking, you name any kind of business, it's like swimming against the current. Soon as you stop, it starts pushing you back. So you can never stop. I'm not saying you have to always fight the current, because that would be pretty, who would not get tired of that?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
however, you need to establish some sort of pace that is very manageable, very doable, very organized, and now it just becomes a normal routine. Holy crap, is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys? This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.
Because you bring up other industries and stuff like that. Like, yeah, because you've ever seen where certain restaurants, everybody, they kind of remodel and all of that. Everything was paid, but they have to, get updated because it was all dated. And to stay with the times, you have to adapt with the energy. It's money I'm sure they didn't want to spend, but you got to spend it to stay in business.
Yeah, and also, maybe a little rebranding, a little new touch gives the people in the area that used to come to your restaurant before. We got tired of that, and now you're updating it. That's like a new sales pitch. So now everybody who used to come and we kind of stopped coming. Now we're coming just to check you out.
And I know, we got off topic. That's for that. That's a different industry, but nevertheless, business is business. And I think once you understand the rules of the game, it's easier to play the game, right?
Yeah. So bottom line, let's simplify to that. You buy a truck. Yeah, every truck is going to cost money. That's a fact. If you didn't buy it cash, it's probably going to have a payment. For the most part, I kind of put that thing to bed many years ago. I think that pretty much when the truck, and I'm not talking about scrapyard trucks, I'm talking about real owner-operators working trucks. If you buy that truck under 500,000 miles and it has a payment, by the time you pay it off, if you maintain it properly, you have enough meat on it left to save up some money for a new down payment. And it's almost like, unless you want to start entering that arena of like unpredictability and taking chances and bullshit like that, I would say you just save up for a new payment and you get another truck and you carry on. That's, in my mindset, is a perfect owner-operator business plan that's sustainable, and that's going to last forever. Again, if you're getting a wrong truck, if you're overpaying for that, all that stuff is still valid. Yeah. Because if you're paying, like $100,000 for that long nose speed, spray painted, and stuff like that, and it's like 1978, 15 overhauls later, 3 miles for a gallon. Man, you gotta review your choices.
No, that's not good business. That's more preference, I think. That's
or the other, I forgot the guy's name. Like not too long ago, the guy that just started up here, he bought a truck for like $12,000.
Oh, yes.
Man, when I looked at that truck, okay, it's fine, it's road legal and everything, but man, I right away, like when I was talking to the guy in the back, I was like, listen, man, you could have paid, I don't know, like whatever, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 as a deposit for a down payment, let's say at Lone Mountain. Have let's say around $1,500 monthly payment, and you could have a nice working truck that you can go long ways making money. By now, I need to check on him, but like I can tell you one thing for a fact. It's only been a couple weeks. If he hasn't spent at least $2,000 in that truck by now, he's neglecting it, man. Because that truck just like, it's gonna be like a vacuum cleaner. It's gonna it needs a lot of loving, and it's probably on his last leg.
And that loving requirement it happens in like the most on the suckiest time, right? It's probably gonna happen when he's on the road, not close to his mechanic, roadside. It's gonna be.
So it's kind of like the odds are against him, because at the time when he should not worry about those issues and should only like push forward making money, I wish him very well. However, I think he's probably gonna have some problems with that truck very soon, if he haven't yet. And just bad decision. After I talked to him, he was like, man, like, I know, but I'll take my chances. Cool, man, you take your chances. I wish you well, but at the end of the day, bad choice.
Yeah. All right, so there you have it, guys. It is possible to retire from trucking, just not when it's paid off.
And not while you're trucking. Just, do the trucking and then do the retirement. How about that?
There you go.
Here we go.
We actually got 2 guys that actually retired after many years of service.
Who was that? Did Miguel retire?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that.
Yeah.
Crap. What a loss. What a loss to
Yeah.
trucking
But
community and to me personally, man. Good guy.
Yeah, but well deserved.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, be safe. Don't retire yet. We still got a lot of trekking to do. Give us a call if you're in Central Florida, 863-342-5171. Let's put in a little bit of work, and then we're all gonna retire.
Here we go, guys. Drive safe.
Take care, guys. Holy crap, is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys? This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.